Okay, so in this video, we will now create a system of air distribution among these pieces that we just inserted in the model. So to do that, let's click on the first piece, which is the supply diffuser. When you click on it, there are some contextual tools that will appear, and under that, under create systems, so we'll create a duct system. So say air system. So click on duct system and it will ask you to name it. So let's name it mechanical supply air 1 and let's call it first floor. Click OK. Once you do that, it has created a system. Now what we need to do is we need to add these two diffusers to the system. So to do that, we'll have to click on edit system. So click here, and as you can see, the option for add to system is already enabled. So all we have to do, go here and hover your mouse. When it highlights, click on it. It has added that to the system. Go here and hover your mouse, and when it highlights, click on it. So what we did, we added these two diffusers to the system, the mechanical air 1 FF. And now what we need to do, we want to specify equipment. So we created a duct system for these three diffusers, and we want to tell the program that these three diffusers will get their air from this equipment. So now we have to go here and click on select equipment, come here and now select this equipment. So what it did, it assigned this equipment to these three diffusers. So once that is done, click on finish editing system, and as you can see now, these systems, because they have been assigned like diffusers, these three diffusers and this terminal unit, they are seen in blue. And the reason is because these are part of a system, part of a duct system. So if I hover my mouse here on this terminal unit and I hit tab, you see that it will show me what this system covers. So now let's go ahead and create another system for this terminal unit, which includes these three diffusers. So click on one of these, click on create a duct system. Let's call it mechanical supply air 2 FF first floor. Click OK. Let's edit this system. To add these two, click on edit system. Add to system is enabled, so click on it. So we have added these two diffusers to this existing system. Let's go ahead and click equipment because we want to tell the program that these three diffusers will get their air from this piece of equipment. So let's click on select equipment and select this terminal unit as equipment to supply air to these three. Once that is done, click on finish editing systems. They were earlier showing in black. Now they have become blue, and the reason, because they are part of a system. So I can hover my mouse, hit tab, and as you see here, this shows that these are a part of a system. Now what we need to do now is we need to connect these two terminal unit to this air handling unit by creating another duct system. So for that duct system, these will be the equipment that will be receiving air from this piece of equipment. But before we do that, let's copy these diffusers and these terminal units to second floor. So let's click on one, right click and click all instances visible in this view, and it has selected all these supply diffusers. Click on control and select this also, these two terminal units, and let's copy them on clipboard. Go to paste and aligned to selected levels. We want to paste these to second floor. Click OK. So now if I go to second floor, I will see that these are pasted over there. In addition to these, I also want to add another diffuser here because on second floor I have additional diffuser. To see that, let's go to first floor. Let's bring this floor plan to second floor. Click apply, and now we have to go to second floor. Now we have to get rid of all those layers because we don't want to see them. So we want to actually draw this diffuser. So let's go ahead and get our second floor plan over the model. So let's click on this CAD file, click on move, select this reference point and bring it to this intersection. Okay, so once we have done that, now I can see that there is this diffuser that is additional. Rather than going and switching off all these layers, because I had to just insert one diffuser, I can do it here. So go to air terminal and make sure the offset is 9 feet. And now bring it here and insert it over here. Once that is inserted, make sure its airflow is right. It's 500 CFM, and we need that because it's a double height right here. It is a huge volume. So once that is done, let's go ahead and let's go to visibility and graphics of this second floor plan. Go to imported category and switch off all those layers. Okay, so I did that. As you can see here, these are the 3 diffusers. Just like the first floor, they will be getting air from this equipment. But over here now there are 4 who will be receiving their air from this terminal unit. So let's create, just like on first floor, let's create another system here. So click on 1, create a duct system. Let's call it mechanical supply air 1 SF for second floor. Click OK. Let's edit this system. Let's add the remaining 1 and 2 to this system. Okay, select equipment. We want these diffusers to get the air from this equipment. Once that is done, click finish editing system. So you can hover your mouse and hit tab to check that has become a part of one system. Let's go ahead and create another duct system here. Let's call it mechanical supply air 2 SF. Click OK. Edit system. Let's add these remaining 3 diffusers. Let's select equipment. We want this equipment to supply air to these 3 or these 4. Once that is done, click finish editing systems. So now everything is blue here. Once that is done, let's go back to our 3D view to check it. Let's get rid of this 2D CAD file. Let's hide it. So as you can see here that there are 2 terminal units on second floor and 2 on first floor, and these will be supplying air to these diffusers that we just inserted. Let's create another system in which now these 4 terminal units will be part of a system which will be supplied air from this air handling unit. So right now this air handling unit is showing in black. That means this air handling unit is not a part of any air distribution system. So let's click on one of this terminal unit and let's click on create systems for duct. Now you also see a system for power. As you can see that there is electrical box here. So it will have actually a power circuit. So if you want to create a power circuit, you will click on this. But right now we want to create a duct system. So click on duct, and now what you want to call it, a mechanical supply air AHU. So we know that this system is for AHU supply. Click OK. And now edit this system. So add to system, we want to add to this terminal unit. Before we do that, we have to specify a connector. So connector that will be connecting through this terminal unit. Let's keep it supply air round, a round duct, 12-inch. Click OK. Now add this terminal unit, same. This terminal unit, same connector. Click OK. So once we have selected all these 4 terminal units, now what we need to select the equipment for this main AHU supply circuit. So click on select equipment, and now you want to select this air handling unit. So click on it and then finish editing system. Okay, once you do that, you see that this air handling unit is turned blue, meaning this is a part of an air distribution system. So if I go here, I hover my mouse and I hit tab, you can see that this air handling unit will be supplying air to these 4. Okay, so if I tab, you can see that this air handling unit is a part of this duct system which we just created. So before we start connecting or drawing any ducts, it's very important that we create a system of ducts first for these supply diffusers and terminal units, and then terminal units with air handling unit. Now once that is done, let's go to our mechanical first floor plan view. We need to draw a duct like this, the way it is showing in the drawing. So click on air handling unit. Okay, and where it shows an outlet, supply air outlet with this cross, I want to right click on that symbol and click on draw duct. Okay, so click on draw duct. So based on the opening, the supply air outlet of this air handling unit, it will automatically select a duct size. So the duct size, as you see here, is 44 inches by 37 inches, which is huge. We don't want that. So let's change this duct size to a little bit lower. So let's make it 36 inches by 24 inches. So 3 feet by 2 feet. So as you do that, it will automatically change. That's the duct size. So it has changed to 36 inches and 24 inches. Once it did that, let's draw a duct, let's say until here. Once that is done, what we want this duct to go up to the ceiling level. So let's do that. So to do that, let's go ahead and first create an offset of 12 feet, because on first floor our terminal units are at 12 feet, right? So let's create an offset of 12 feet. Once you type 12 feet, I want you to click on apply twice, one and twice. And when you do that, it automatically creates that vertical branch. So from the base level of the air handling unit, it automatically drew a duct up to 12 feet height. And now we can draw a duct from here to inside here until this point. Okay. So once that is done, you can actually visualize it in 3D. You can see that here, that it drew a duct to 12 feet height and then inside. Go back to first floor plan and then draw the remaining duct. So let's go back to duct, and this time let's select 24 inches by, let's say, 18 inches duct. Let's draw from the middle. Let's draw this duct till here. Okay. So once that is done, and it automatically, you see that it created a fitting here that transforms this duct from 36 inches to 24 inches. Now let's align this, because as you see, the inlet for supply air is right here and it's not aligned with this duct. Okay, so it has to be somewhere here. So let's align this. So let's move this duct from here to align with here. Because it will be right over here, let's bring it back a little bit. Okay, now draw duct from here to here. Okay, and as you see here, it automatically creates a fitting and it connects it to this terminal unit. Once that is done, all we need to do now is to connect this terminal unit to this branch. Okay, so we can move this terminal unit to align with this. So let's move it a little bit, maybe. So it kind of aligns here. Let's click on it and let's say draw duct. Let's draw a duct over here. And what it did, it automatically created a fitting and it connected. So what we did, we drew a duct that connects to these two terminal units. Now what we need to do, we need to draw another duct that connects to these diffusers. Now we know that this terminal unit will be supplying air to these three diffusers. So let's click on it where it says out, supply out, right click and say draw duct. Okay, so let's draw a duct right here until this point. Okay, when I drew this duct, this should have been a round duct, but if I click on it, this duct is not a round duct. Okay, so let me first go back and change it to round with taps. Okay, so I change it to a round duct. Okay, now let's go back and to systems and duct, and let's draw a round duct which is not 14 inches diameter, but it is actually 10 inches diameter. Okay, and let's draw a duct from here. Okay, so it created a fitting here. Now for this we need we see a duct here. Okay, but let's not do that because there is not sufficient space here for creating this elbow. So what we'll do, we'll use flex duct to join this. Okay, so once that is done, click on modify. Let's come here and draw this duct, draw duct, and let's draw this duct a little bit further. Okay, and now escape. Make sure that this duct is a circular duct. Let's convert it to a round duct. That is converted. Let's go back to duct, round duct, 10 inches. Okay, and let's draw a duct from here to here. Okay, escape, and then here to here. Okay, so we created this junction here. Now both the terminal units are connected to the air handling unit. Now it's time to connect these diffusers to their respective terminal units. So to connect to diffuser, we'll use flex duct. So click on flex duct. The diameter is 12 inches. So let's click on and let's make it 8 inches diameter. Okay, zoom in, and you want to connect this diffuser to this duct. You want to connect this diffuser to this branch. Okay, and then you want to connect this diffuser to somewhere here. Okay, so what we did, we connected these three to these two branches. Similarly, we'll connect this diffuser to this diffuser to this branch here, and then we'll connect this diffuser to this. Okay, now that diffuser is on the second floor. So click on modify. We can visualize it in 3D view. So as you see here, that on the first floor, what we did, we created the system with these two terminal units. This terminal unit is supplying air to this and this and this three, and this terminal unit is supplying to these three. Okay, you can click on the graphic display style to shade it, and as you can see here, there's a perfect system that we have created.